Coach Greg. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to get laid. I mean, after all, you've been training harder than last time, you're eating healthy, you're going to the gym, you look amazing. But what is the point if you can't get laid, can't have sexy time? Clearly, that is a goal amongst perhaps 95% of the population, and so why beat around the bush? Quite literally, that should be shaved, but let's get right into it. So if you're already a player, you already got girls, you're in a relationship, this is not the video for you. This is for the single guys out there, probably shy, have a hard time meeting and getting women. And so this video applies to so many out there. 1 in 3 people in the United States aged 18 to 24 reported no sexual activity in the last year. 1 out of 3 individuals are not getting laid. And considering perhaps 50% of people are already in relationships, imagine how many people who are single are not having sexy time essentially ever. And so considering perhaps 50% of the population are already in relationships, and so hence they're probably the ones that are already doing it. And so imagine what percent of the population who are single are just never getting it ever. And so if you're having a hard time, you don't know what to do, this is the video for you. And so whether or not you're using dating apps, you're meeting people at the gym, at the bar, whatever, the first thing you need to do, you need to get their contact information. And so the easiest way to do that, in my opinion, is ask for their IG handle. Yes, you can ask for their phone number, their address, and whatnot, but to me, the smarter move is to get their IG handle. Once you have their IG handle, you can then creep them. I know it sounds silly creeping them, but you want to learn a little bit about them. Do they have a dog? What are their interests? What do they like doing? Learn as much as you can about them so that when you start talking to them, you'll be able to talk about what they're interested in. People love to talk about what they love. And so if she has pets, ask her about her animals. Show interest in her. And so the first thing you need to do, the first step, is you have to have the confidence to approach someone. If you can't approach anyone, then go on a dating app. Bungle, Bingle, Bumble, Tinder, Timble, whatever. Go and meet somebody. Remember the shotgun method. The more bullets there are, the more chances you're going to actually hit something. And so if you approach 100 girls, there's more likely at least one going to say yes than if you only ask no one. Does that not make sense? And so you need to understand that you are going to fail the majority of the times. It's like playing baseball. Most of the time, you're not going to get on base. Same applies to sexy time. Most of the time, you're not going to hit a home run. And so just bite the bullet, go and approach people, say hi, introduce yourself, and start talking to them. When you're talking to them, ask questions, keep it light, try not to be too serious, smile, look at them in the eyes. And if they're vibing with you, they're being nice, they're smiling, they're laughing perhaps at what you're saying, they're looking at you, they're close to you, they're not turning to the side, they're not trying to get away from you, then ask them for IG handle. Hey, can I follow you on Instagram? What's your Instagram handle? And get it right there, add it in on the spot. Don't say, oh yeah, I'll add you later. No, do it right now. And so that is the first step. Step 1, complete. You now have their contact information. Now, some of you may be so bold that you can ask a girl out in person like that. To me, that is pushing the envelope. If you're shy, it's hard enough that you went and approached them in the first place. Whether you're at the bar, the gym, anywhere, very hard for these shy guys to approach women. And so if you can get their contact information on IG, you should congratulate yourself. I'm proud of you. You did it. Very, very difficult. For the most part, most people don't have the balls to do what you've already done. And so please be happy. You're on to step 2. In step 2, you simply start texting them. Hey, it was nice meeting you at the gym, and then start asking questions. Ask them questions that are not going to be a yes or no answer. Ask them for their opinion on something. Hey, do you enjoy reading books? If so, what have you read? What movies do you like? What sports have you played? What are your favorite things to do? You should be able to develop great questions just from looking at their IG stories, asking them questions. Perhaps it was about a trip they were on. Oh, I see you went to Morocco. I see you went to the Virgin Islands. This is amazing. What did you do there? Oh, you went to Afterlife in Tulum? So did I. What did you think of it? And so you build chemistry, you get to know the person. You're asking deeper questions, not just surface level questions, but deeper things. Really get to know the person. Try to find similar interests and keep the conversation lighthearted. It should be fun to talk to you. They should enjoy it, and you should enjoy talking to them. Once you've found similar interests, it's going to be much easier for you to talk about something. Perhaps you both love the gym. You talk about the gym. For me, I like talking about books that I've read, and so if a girl's read the same books, well, that is going to be very interesting. You can go into deeper conversations about what their opinion on this or that. Send them video clips of what people have said and say, do you agree with this or or disagree. Have friendly debates, go back and forth. Learn what they think and they can learn what you think. And try not to only send text messages. Mix things up with some voice notes. Have them get used to hearing your voice. When you speak, speak with confidence and sound happy. People love hanging around people with a positive mindset. If you're always complaining, you're in a bad mood, you're depressed, who's going to want to hang around with you? But if you're always smiling, laughing, having a good time, how are they not going to want to hang around with you? You're fun. You're a great guy. Of course they're going to want to go out with you. And so as you send voice clips, they perhaps will send you voice clips back, and it becomes more normal for each of you to hear each other's voice. Eventually you say, hey, do you want to get up on a call? If you're voice texting back and forth and they're laughing, you're having a good time, you seem to have a positive vibe, they're in a good mood, that is the time to get on a call. Hey, are you free right now? Do you want to get on a call with me? Hey, sure, absolutely. You call them up and then you talk. This is perhaps the first time you've had a deeper conversation with this person. You're on the phone, you're going back and forth, and because it's on the phone, there's way less pressure. You're not nervous about how you look, perhaps you're shaking. They don't see any of that. You're at the comfort of your own home, they're in the comfort of their own home, and it's much easier to be yourself. And so if this conversation is going great, she's laughing at your jokes, you're having a good time, you just can tell that you're vibing. This is the time to ask her out on a date. If you're not doing very well, the conversation's stale, you don't know what to say, you're freezing up, it's okay. It's going to happen more often than not. And so don't stress it. But if the conversation is going well, please take advantage of it. Suggest that you get together and do something specific at a certain time. Hey, I was wondering after work tomorrow at 4 o'clock if you want to get together for a coffee. Hey, on Saturday at 2, I'm going to yoga. Would you be interested in going with me? Try to do something simple that's not very expensive. Don't be like, oh, I'm taking you out on the most fanciest date, going to spend $500, because that becomes the expectations. On your first date, you shouldn't be taking her to the most expensive restaurant in the city, spending all your money before you even got to know this woman. Perhaps there's no chemistry. Once you get to know them in person, you can then decide, is she in fact worth your time? And be clear to her, it's a date. She said, oh, we'll go to the gym as friends. No, you're not going to the gym as friends. It's a date. If you and a girl are going somewhere, I don't care if you're going to the grocery store, it's a date. Be clear on this. If she says, no, I don't want it, hey, it's not going to work. Move on to the next one. You should make it clear, this is a date. I'm excited to take you out. I'm looking forward to spending time with you. I'm looking forward to get to know you. This will have her thinking, okay, he probably likes me. He wants to get to know me. He's showing some interest. You do not want to be friend-zoned, and so be clear. This is, in fact, a date. Ideal situation, you have a car and you are somehow picking her up. That makes it clear. This is a date. If you simply meet up at the same place at the same time, it might not feel like a date. Hey, I'm going to the gym to work out. Yeah, it's at 2. Yeah, I'll see you there. Not really a date. Hey, I'm picking you up at 1:30 to drive to the gym. You then pick her up, you train together. That gives you the opportunity to perhaps, hey, do you want to grab a coffee after the gym? You want to go for a walk? You want to go and do this, do that? It gives you a chance to talk even more. During this date, listen, be attentive, look at her in the eyes. Pay attention. Give her positive body language. Be close to her. Face her. Don't be on your phone. Avoid the phone at all costs. Put it on silent. Put it in your pocket. If you have to sneak off to the other girl you're dating, you can go to the bathroom and check your text then, but do not do it in front of her. During this date, please be yourself. Don't pretend to be something you're not. It's not worth it. Yeah, you can pretend you're a pilot. You can pretend you're this or that. Oh, I'm a famous rapper. Whatever. Be yourself. You want the girl to fall for you and not some fake version of yourself. If you're a jokester, you like having fun, you're not that serious, then don't pretend you're a businessman and you never have any fun. During this date, it's important to show her what it would be like to be in your world. You are a happy, funny, charismatic, fun-loving, great human being that's trustworthy. You have great friends, a great life. You have your shit together. You have a great job. You're financially secure. She should know this. You don't do that by saying, I make X amount of dollars per year, and I do this and do that specifically. But you covertly describe it to her. Yeah, I love spending time with my friends. We hang out on the weekends. I work during the week. This is the type of work that I do. And I love my job. I have passion for it. Women love a man with passion who's dedicated to his craft. If you're a hardworking, enthusiastic, and positive, happy human being, why would she not want to be a part of that life? During the date, you're smiling, you're looking at her, you're having a great time, you're laughing, you're vibing, you're avoiding talking about things that are negative, sad, bad in your life. Why would you want to bring negativity to your date? Yes, you are being yourself, but you're showing her all the positives. You're not saying, these are the bad things about myself. You don't say on date number 1, I'm very shy and insecure, I haven't had a date in 3 years. That's not what you're doing. You're a great human being. Who wouldn't want to be with you? You are in fact the prize. Stop thinking that she's the prize. There are plenty of fish in the sea. She's one of them out of potentially millions of possible suitors. And so at the abundance theory, don't worry if this doesn't work out. This will happen every single day. This is not a big deal for you. Every week you have the option to meeting somebody else. If she thinks that you can't get anyone, then why would she want you? She should believe that you're a great guy, a great catch, and that she's lucky to be with you. If she thinks she's your only option, she's going to think, oh, I can do better than this guy. If no one else likes him, then why should I? And so should you or should you not kiss her on the first date? You absolutely should be trying to kiss her on the first date. And kissing someone, that should be done at the end of the date and in private. If you met at the gym, you're not going to kiss her at the exit of the gym. There's so many people looking. At the end of the yoga class, you can't just start kissing a girl in front of other people. And so you should try to do it when you're alone. If you picked her up with your car, at the end of the date when dropping her off, that is the time to do it. You simply lean in for the kiss. Now, if she was giving you no signals during this date that she's interested, she's not looking at you, she's playing on her phone, she's never touching you, she's not smiling, she's not laughing at your jokes, she's turning away from you, she doesn't like you. She's not interested in you. Don't even bother. Well, you can, but you're probably going to get rejected. However, if you sense that she likes you, you absolutely should be trying to kiss her on the first date. By kissing her, you give her the signal, this is not the friend zone. I like you, and I want to know if you like me back. You will find out if you have chemistry, if there's something there immediately upon kissing her. The kiss can be brief, it can be long. Shouldn't be 1 second. At least stay in there for 3 to 5 seconds. See how it works. You can always stop kissing for a second, lean in again, see how it's working out. Sense the vibe, read her body language. You will know what to do. Now, here's a tip. Don't try to have sexy time on the first date. Resist the urge. Yeah, it's going great and you're feeling like you could go for it. Don't do it. If you're so interested in each other that you may in fact have sexy time on the first date, obviously you're going to be able to do it on the second date. And so please wait. She will build up her anticipation. When you're apart, she's going to grow even more fond of you. Remember, people fall in love when people are apart, not when they're together. When you're together having fun, it's great. But it's when you remove that person that you truly know that you start missing it. And so if you avoid having sexy time, you kiss her, you goodbye, she's building her interest in you. If you try too hard and you're demanding and trying to force it on her, she's going to think all he wants is sexy time. I don't like that. And so by waiting, you show her that you have restraint, that you don't simply do this with every girl on the first date. And that can be more attractive. You've shown interest, but you also show her that you're willing to wait. Don't wait too long. Any time between the second and fourth date is when I recommend you escalate it to the next level. And so you've done the kiss, you say, I had a great time, see you again soon, and you drive off. The next day, not that night, you don't have to text her right away. You just spent whatever hours with her. The next day, you say, hey, that was a great time, and you move on from there. That moment in time, it's gone. It's been passed. You now have to lead towards the second date. My suggestion is you text her the next day. You don't do as some PUA experts will say, wait 2 or 3 days, leave her hanging, act like you got so many other girls on the go. Remember, you're a shy guy. You're just interested in her right now. You're going to go after her. And so you simply say, hey, I had a great time, and you move into the next conversation, whatever that may be. It could have been about something you talked about that date. It could be about something completely different. You might send a voice note. You might send a text. You mix it up back and forth. And you continue to get to know her. And so within the next few days, up to even a week, you set up the next date. And so my suggestion, you don't want to wait longer than a week. You want to build on the first date that went exceptionally well. Remember, if you're getting a second date, you did it. You've done it. You've kissed her. She's interested in a second date. And so why wait? Let's get right into it within 1 week. And now it's date number 2. What you now have to do between date number 2, 3, and 4 is you need to invite her to your place. At some point, you're going to have to go from being in the outside world, dinner, movies, walks in the park, yoga, whatever, to getting her into your house. How are you expected to have sexy time if you're out over there? Look, not many people are having sexy time in the tanning beds, in phone booths, or in the bathroom. Yes, some are, but if you're with a girl like that, you don't need to be watching this video. And so the best strategy is at some point you have to invite her over at nighttime in the dark for a drink. If you ask somebody over in the daytime, very unlikely it's going to lead to sexy time. But at night in particular, if you've invited her over for a drink, it's almost known or expected that something may in fact happen. You can't expect it to happen. It's not guaranteed, but they go there with the knowledge, the intent that this may lead to something. Doesn't mean it will, but it might. And so you've taken her out for dinner, you had a great time. Perhaps it was that more expensive restaurant. After all, you do now like her. And so you simply say, want to go over to my house for a drink? Perhaps we can watch Coach Greg and chill or whatever. And so if she says yes, you have perhaps a 50-50 chance of this escalating harder than last time. And with the addition of a drink, it loosens people up. It makes it easier. Sometimes people are nervous. And so when you get to your house, offer her a drink. She may in fact take one or she might not. Oftentimes for women, they will like to have a glass of wine. And if she goes for this, your chances are exceedingly high that this could escalate further than it has in the past. And so you're back at the house, you're having a drink. You should be sitting very close to each other, facing each other, perhaps sitting on the couch, perhaps you're watching TV, perhaps you're talking with the TV off, perhaps you have some music on. That's a very good idea. And you're simply showing interest. You're smiling, you're perhaps touching them on the arm, they're touching you back, you're laughing at each other's jokes, you're getting closer, you're facing each other, and at some point, you're simply going to lean in for the kiss. She most likely is going to be giving you signals. She's been touching your arm. She perhaps put her hand on your shoulder. She's facing you. She's looking at you. She's smiling. She's looking at your lips. She's looking at your eyes. And so eventually you lean in for the kiss. You start kissing and eventually your hands, well, this is YouTube. I'm not going to tell you everything you're doing, but your hands are probably exploring her body. Remember, build up slowly. Don't be grabbing her cookbook in the first 5 seconds. It's ridiculous. You're slowly kissing, you're rubbing each other, you're getting closer, and you slowly go from there. You let her and your body language do the talking, and you see where it goes. Perhaps you only get to second base and then she wants to stop. There's nothing wrong with that. You've gone from kissing to touching her, and if she stops you there, that's great. Perhaps you go even further on the third date, the fourth date, and so on. Now remember, if she's giving you a signal, you can keep going. Perhaps the shirt's loosening up. Perhaps things are going on. Perhaps you can say, hey, do you want to head over to the couch? You want to head over to the bedroom? Now, of course, you've already purchased Harder Than Last Time, from my Harder Than Last Time supplements for the downstairs. You want to be ready for action. And so remember, guys, be the leader. Initiate. Hey, do you want to go to the bedroom? Do you want to go to the couch? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And while in the bedroom, tell her what you like. There's nothing that turns on someone more than knowing that they're pleasing you. And when you're with her, ask her what she likes. Do you want it faster, slower, harder, softer? Don't be shy. You might be thinking you can't say anything, you can't talk. Nothing could be further from the truth. Be spontaneous, ask and tell her what you like. This is a very masculine thing to do. It's going to tell her you have the confidence to tell her what you like. And remember, no matter what happens, do not forget about the abundance theory. If this fails, there are plenty more fish in the sea. You are the prize. She is lucky to be with you. Don't forget that. And so there you have it, my guide on how to get laid, how to have sexy time, how to get your cookbook in the bedroom. If you've gotten to this point, you've done exceedingly well. My rule of thumb is you should be able to do this by the fourth date. If not, perhaps they're not interested. I know some people want to wait longer. Everyone has different standards. But for me, in my lifetime, I don't think I've ever waited longer than that. Some people perhaps they want to wait longer than that. It's up to you. Use your own discretion. But ladies, if you're making a guy wait for 3 months, you think you're the only one he's seeing? You really think so? And so all the girls are, oh, my man is so great. He's willing to wait. Yeah, he's willing to wait with you because he's got 3 others on the side. I'm just telling you the truth, people. And so my opinion, if you really, really like someone, if it's gotten to the fourth date, probably going to be wanting to do at least something. And so there you have it. I could keep going on how to keep a girl interested, how to keep showing interest in her and you, but that would be way too long of a video. Now remember, not everyone is a multimillionaire and 6'5" and good looking. You have to do the best you can do with what you got. I'm a 5'6" manlet. And so what can you do? Well, build the best body that you can build. And you can do so by using GO2 Max, Acti Builder, perhaps G-Test, using supplements, training harder than last time in the gym. Women love a lean physique. I'm not talking about shredded. You don't have to have single-digit body fat, but somewhere between 12 and 15% certainly going to make you look far better than the vast majority of men. So interested in my cookbooks, my training books, the Circle Diet book, or my coaching plans from me and my team. And so you've built the best body you can build. You've gotten your career as far as you can take it. You've trained, studied harder than last time. You are the highest value man that you can be. You're now ready to go out into this world. Don't forget the abundance theory. There are plenty other girls out there. If this one doesn't work, trust me, there will be someone else. You are the prize. Don't forget, you are going to be rejected way more often than you succeed. And so please be ready for it. It's okay to fail. The only way you won't succeed is if you don't ask. You'll get rejected 100% of the time from the people that you don't ask. And so please ask. Ask many. Message people on Instagram. Ask people out at the gym. Ask people out at the bars. Swipe left, right 100 times a day. Try harder than last time. If you don't try, you will never be successful. Put yourself out there. Ask. Don't be scared of rejection. Ending it here. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Let me know, would you like more videos such as this? I could talk about dating for days. Love this concept. Also, don't forget to watch one of those 2 bloops, cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, the Harder Than Last Time supplements, clothing line. Check it out on my website. And also a free diet and training program. It's close to 50 pages. Why aren't you on my website? Head over there right now. And until next time, I am out.